everybody, I am Dr. Allie, an OBGYN, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! After many months and many requests by you guys, I finally decided to make a YouTube channel to continue to educate and make learning all about women's health, women's bodies fun and exciting. And I'll probably also be sharing part of my journey as to why I decided to be an OBGYN. And yeah, I just want you guys to follow along. So I would really love and appreciate if you guys hit the subscribe button and let's start this journey together. If you guys don't know me, I am Dr. Allie. I'm an OBGYN. And a couple months ago, in the peak of quarantine, I decided to start a TikTok where I just danced and shared information, and you guys have seemed to really love it. We're at like 700,000 followers on TikTok. So per many of your guys' requests, I started this YouTube channel to even further explain things, answer your questions, share my journey to becoming an OBGYN, and kind of share more information about my life too. Welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are excited. This is my first topic. This is a topic that you guys have been blowing up in my DMs for quite some time now, and I thought a YouTube video would be the best way to explain it. So let's get into it. So in my experience as an OBGYN, I think it's pretty safe to say that a lot of women have anxiety or maybe even a fear of giving birth. Now, I think this stems from two different things. One, the fear of pain, how painful is giving birth gonna be, and everything associated with that. I think the second part of this is fear of tearing. Now, I think, again, it's pretty safe to assume that we all have a friend, a sister, mother, grandma, friend of a friend who had a horrible tear. We've all heard about it. We've all have some sort of idea of what we're talking about. Tearing from the vagina to the rectum. So today's video, I'm going to explain all the different kinds of tears, how we fix them, and how we can prevent them. Let's get started. All right, so for this first part of the video, I want to go over basic anatomy so that we're all on the same page. So I found this image here. As you can see, there's the labia majora, labia minora, and then we see the vaginal opening. The vaginal opening is where the baby delivers from. Right below the vaginal opening, there's a space called the perineum. This is the space between the vaginal opening and the anus. Now, when we refer to tears during labor or giving birth, we call them perineal tears. And that's referring to that space right there between the vaginal opening and the anus, because that's the space that's vulnerable to tears during labor or during delivery. All right, so now let's talk about the different kinds of tears. There's a system we use to categorize the severity of the tears, from one being less severe to then the most severe type of tear we can see during delivery. First one we're going to talk about is a first degree perineal tear. Now, first degree tear is injury to any of the perineal skin. So what that means is only the skin tears during the delivery. So again, referencing this picture, it shows that just the perineal skin tears. How do we correct this? A lot of the times these tears are very, very small, and sometimes if we just hold pressure and stop bleeding, they may not even require a stitch. If there's lots of bleeding and the skin just needs that little extra reinforcement, we may just do one stitch. The next type of tear we're going to talk about is a second degree perineal tear. In a second degree tear, yes, you do have injury to the perineal skin, but you also have injury to the perineal muscles that are below. Now, in a second degree tear, there is no injury to the anal sphincter. It simply just disrupts the perineal muscles. How do we correct these tears? Second degree tears do require suture, and we are trained to put the perineal muscles back together. Typically this is done with just one piece of suture that we can run continuously, and it's a self-absorbing or self-dissolving suture, which means you typically don't have to go back to get these sutures removed by your doctor. The third type of tear we're going to talk about is a third degree perineal tear. In third degrees, again, you get injury to the perineal skin, you get injury to the perineal muscles, and now you get injury to the anal sphincter. Now, I quickly want to explain just basic anatomy of the anus. So if you think of my finger as the anal canal, where stool or poop would come out of, we have pairs of muscles that surround the anus. These are called anal sphincters. These sphincter muscles contract down to help us control our bowels and then relax so that we can actually go to the bathroom. Now, going back to third-degree tears, there is a disruption or injury to those sphincter muscles. So that's what's qualified as a third-degree tear. How do we correct a third-degree tear? So with that sphincter being disrupted, us as OBGYNs are trained to bring those sphincter muscles back together, but then we also have to bring the perineal muscles on top of that back together, and then the perineal skin. And again, as you can tell, with each increased degree of tear, it takes a lot longer to correct, and it's a little bit more extensive work and may require more suture. Sometimes while repairing these tears, it can get very bloody because muscles, when they're torn, bleed a lot. So sometimes these repairs may take longer, and they may even require us moving the patient to the operating room so that we can get better exposure, better lighting, more equipment, or whatever we need to make sure we repair this correctly. Let's talk about the fourth and final type of tear. This is a fourth-degree perineal tear. Now, the difference between all of them is that in this type of tear, you actually tear through the anal canal. So if I go back using my hands as an example, this being the anal canal and the sphincter around it, third degree the sphincter's ripped, but now there's actually a tear in the anal canal in a fourth degree. Essentially what this means is that now there is a connection between the anus and the vagina. These type of tears are more extensive, and these may require repair in the operating room. We as OBGYNs have to put back together the anal epithelium, which is putting back together the anal canal. We also have to repair the anal sphincters and the perineal muscles and the perineal skin. So this is more extensive, it takes more time, and in order to be safe, we want to make sure we can really see all the layers so that we put them back together correctly. Now that we know all the different kinds of tears that we can see during delivery, I want to talk about ways we can prevent perineal tears. One of the ways that we can prevent perineal tears is by doing a perineal massage. A perineal massage can be done in the antepartum period. Antepartum means while the woman is still pregnant. The studies have shown that in women who are 34 weeks pregnant and beyond can safely start doing digital perineal massages. You can also do a perineal massage while you're in your second stage of labor. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the different stages of labor, I'm going to link below a blog post that I wrote explaining all the stages of labor, what each one means, and kind of what to expect. So make sure you read that blog post so that you know all the different stages. So the perineal massage can be done in the second stage of labor, and it has been shown to decrease the rate of third and fourth degree tears. Second way we know we can decrease the rate of perineal tears is by doing warm compresses. The studies have shown that by doing a warm compress, again, during the second stage of labor, can help decrease the rate of third and fourth degree tears. So essentially, what is a warm compress? Typically, we'll have one of the nurses get a towel, run it under some warm water, and we can place this warm compress on that perineum to help prevent tears. So those are the two ways that we know we can prevent perineal tears. There have been studies showing that both are effective and both work to decrease the rate of third and fourth degree tears. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you all learned something new and informative all about vaginal tears. I hope that you guys share this with your friends, especially the pregnant patients that might have some fear or anxiety over having tears during birth. And I hope this kind of eases their minds and gives them a new way to potentially prevent these tears. So guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I have so much fun content I want to share with you guys. And if you're not already, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post more regularly. The name is AllieRodMD, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.